Hi guys, this is Mrs. Marfia and I'm going to be reading a bedtime story. I'm going to take one of the short stories from this book, Frog and Toad Together by Arnold Lobel. And I have permission to do it by Scholastic Inc. right now to record it. So the story tonight is going to be the garden. Here we go. The garden. Frog was in his garden. Toad came walking by. "What a fine garden you have, Frog," he said. "Yes," said Frog, "it was very nice, but it was hard work." "I wish I had a garden," said Toad. "Here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground," said Frog, "and soon you will have a garden." And there he is. "How soon?" asked Toad. "Quite soon," said Frog. Okay, it looks like he's going to start planting. Toad ran home. He planted the flower seeds. "Now, seeds," said Toad, "start growing." Toad walked up and down a few times. The seeds did not start to grow. Toad put his head close to the ground and said loudly, "Now, seeds, start growing." Toad looked at the ground again. The seeds did not start to grow. Let's think about that. I know Mr. Marfia and I have a garden. When we plant the seeds, it doesn't take just a couple seconds. It takes a couple days and sometimes a couple weeks. Toad put his head very close to the ground and shouted, "Now, seeds, start growing." You see that? See how that is? I don't know if you can really see it. Now, seeds start growing. Frog came running up the path. "What is all this noise?" he asked. "My seeds will not grow," said Toad. "You are shouting too much," said Frog. "These poor seeds are afraid to grow." "My seeds are afraid to grow?" asked Toad. "Of course," said Frog. "Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them. Let the rain fall on them. Soon your seeds will start to grow." That kind of makes sense. That night, Toad looked out of his window. "Drat," said Toad, "my seeds had not started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark." Toad went out to his garden with some candles. Why do you think he brought some candles? Because candles have light, right? "I will read the seeds a story," said Toad. "Then they will not be afraid." There he is. Toad read a long story to his seeds. All the next day, Toad sang songs to his seeds. All the next day, Toad read poems to his seeds. All the next day, Toad played music for his seeds. Toad looked at the ground. The seeds still did not start to grow. "What should I do?" cried Toad. "These must be the most frightened seeds in the whole world." He's been trying a lot. Then Toad felt very tired, and he fell asleep. Well, I would fall asleep if I did all that work. Toad, Toad, wake up, said Frog. Look at your garden. Toad looked at his garden. Little green plants were coming up out of the ground. There it is. See them? At last, shouted Toad, my seeds had stopped being afraid to grow, and now you will have a nice garden too, said Frog. Yes, said Toad, but you were right, Frog. It was very hard work. What do you think? You think it was really hard work? I hope you enjoyed that story. I'll be reading another story in another video. Have a good night. Bye.